topic that is involving the United Kingdom but also Europe, Brexit. On my left is the team of those who think that the United Kingdom should leave Europe with a deal. On my right, instead, those who support the exit without a deal. Each team has 8 members, 5 debaters, 1 final debater, and 2 students who take note of what their opponents say in order to help the team rebut by refuting their
supports a no-deal Brexit. First of all, I'd like to respond to my colleague Tommaso, saying that if we leave without a deal, we can take better care of our people in Northern Ireland. I am going to talk about the economy of our country, the United Kingdom. And first of all, I'd like to say that we will save an enormous amount of money. According to Downing Street, we will save some £30 billion with a no-deal Brexit, because the £30 billion is the amount of money we will save with the so-called divorce bill that we won't have to pay if we leave with a no-deal Brexit. This amount of money corresponds to, for example, building 2 hospitals. So it's a really large amount of money that we will save and that we can use for our country. Second of all, I'd like to say no one can accuse us of avarice, because we're the second largest donor for aid worldwide, just after the USA. So no one can accuse us that we're not a generous country and that we're only thinking for ourselves. Thank you.
Pensioners, all the people who have retired to the European Union and some countries like Spain or France, they won't be covered by the NHS no longer. So the problem is, if we choose a no-deal Brexit, we will have to pay for their cures in another country, not ours. If we fly them back, we could pay for them in our country, we could give them their cures under the NHS, but we would have to choose a deal Brexit. Second problem we're going to talk about, as I said, people moving abroad. For example, the overseas phone line has just recorded this message and updated it. What does it say? It warns people who want to move abroad because they will no longer be covered by the NHS, even if they have continuing healthcare needs. So the politics they are not just not caring about us, they are abandoning us in some cases. Last problem we talk about, up to me, the most tragical and most important, import-export of medical goods. For example, some countries of the European Union do not obviously want to continue the bilateral accord we have for medicines. What does it mean? That some medicines, for example, which is important, the Belgian capsules for cancer used by the chronic leukemia patients, is not produced in England, and we could not import it anymore. Why? Because Belgium is not continuing its accord with us. So that means what is going to happen? How many people will have to stop their treatments, life-saving treatments, mid-course? How many of them? Is it really what we want for our country, for our people? Is it?
Don't you think that even if your accord with Belgium doesn't continue, that there could be a new one?
Well, that's, I don't know, but according to the Pharmaceutical Journal, which is where I found all my information, they want, that's what they said, what Belgium said, they will stop having an accord with us because we're leaving the EU without a deal. That's all. Thank you.
final rebuttal for my team, which is the no deal team. So first of all, I would like to remark something that my teammate Sofia has already said, and that is, we see your critiques, we hear them, but what we want to hear is not critiques to us, it's what you propose. Because we have already told you, we have already responded to all your critiques. We have told you about the money problem, that is not going to be a problem, because we are going to have billions and billions of pounds that we don't need to waste in the European Union. And we already told you that. Now, we want to hear what you want to propose. Next up, I will talk again about, I would like to ask a question to Tommaso, and that is, how can a deal stop people from killing each other? You went on and on and on about Irish killing English and English killing Irish, and that is terrible, and that was a disaster, and that was a massacre. But that, number one, that is in the past. There's not a circumstance anymore for that to happen. And number two, that the Irish border problem is an economical problem. If people are going to kill each other, and I pray they don't, it's going to happen, deal or no deal. Next up, I would like to remind you again that we said and we repeated it again, the UK is not a selfish country. We are only second to the US. And that is not going to change if we leave the EU, because as we have already told you, we are going to have more money. Now, our priority is obviously keeping our country safe and making our country thrive. But that does not mean that we are going to take away all the help we can give to other countries. And hopefully that implies that other countries will not turn completely their backs on us, because we will be eager to help them. Next up, and with this I'd like to conclude, I would like to remind you all that you said it's not going to be easy, the easiest way is our way. We've never said that a no deal is easy. We've never said that. We are very, very well aware that a no deal is going to be hard. But we are also very sure that the risk is going to be worth it, because our country will be stronger and will be better. Thank you for your attention.
I'm Sofia Del Pero, and I'm here to do the final rebuttal for the House of Pro-Deal. First of all, I'd like to respond to you. You said that we don't have points. We made our points. We talked about our points, about what we think. And also, I'd like to remind you that a deal is currently being talked about in Parliament. They're talking about it. It already exists. So it's not like there isn't a deal. A deal doesn't exist. In fact, it does, and it probably will be accepted soon. Second of all, I'd like to say that we think it's a question of decency to exist with a deal, to protect our people, to protect everyone. Like Chiara said, people will suffer. For example, cancer patients won't be able to get their medicine. Therefore, I feel like it's just about decency to exit with a deal to protect everyone. First of all, patients, but also to protect our economy. You admitted that if we exit without a deal, there will be a crisis. You said that, and I agree with you with that. I have to agree. Therefore, I feel like exiting with a deal will help us with this also. And I feel like it's barbaric to say that we can just leave everything behind, leave everything we've created, all the links we've created with Europe, because we're a great country. Yes, we are, but we need other countries to be greater together. Therefore, and here I conclude, I think that a deal, it just makes a lot more sense in this state right now. Thank you.
point that you bring us about the Brexit, and we would like to say that both of the teams were pretty good, so we are very satisfied about this debate, also because it's our first debate. But there has to be a winner, so we decided that the winner team is the accounts team, because we found their points that deeper and developed in a better way, and also they were more respectful about the rules. So it's a point that was very important for us, and that's probably what made us making this choice. So